Wally Armstrong, 11-year PGA Tour veteran and lifetime PGA member, is a noted golf instructor who has virtually revolutionized golf instruction. He's a former All-American from the University of Florida and was graduated with a master's degree in education. Wally's unique and effective approach to golf instruction will allow you to visualize and actually experience the correct golf swing. Golf features all the basic fundamentals needed to take strokes off your game. And now, Wally Armstrong.
How'd you like that? Today we're going to talk a lot about the golf swing. But what is a swing? A swing is a back and forward motion. Back and forward. Back and forward. It's an uninterrupted motion. And in golf it's no different. In golf we make a circular motion to the golf ball around our body, back up over our right shoulder, through and up over our left shoulder. The ball just gets in the way of the swing if you do it correctly. Just like this. Watch as I swing the club back and through. The ball gets in the way of my swing. It's the same way with all clubs, and that's the purpose of this tape, is to help you develop a good feel for your own swing. The techniques and the technical instruction that I'm giving you today will help you to see it and to feel it, and give you a feeling in your mind of what your swing looks like and feels like. Remember, golf is a target sport. The target is the pin, not the golf ball. Too many people swing at the golf ball rather than through to the target. Remember, the ball just gets in the way of the swing. And now, let's get into the placing of our hands on the club in a correct position. Placing the hands on the golf club is critical. I'm going to use this baseball bat to show you the similarities of gripping a baseball bat and also a golf club. The baseball grip and the golf grip are similar in that the hands face each other on the bat as well as the golf club. They're balanced and not opposing each other. In baseball, we have a palm grip which enables us to swing back and through level to the ground to meet this golf ball. But in golf, we have to have a finger grip. A finger grip enables us to swing the club back and through, and as the club comes through the ball, because it's down in the fingers, it will swivel down and enable the club head to meet the ball without any excess dipping. Now I want to show you what the correct grip should look like. From your point of view, I'm going to put a camera right over my shoulder so you can see how to place your hands on the club correctly. I'm going to use this little short club and this glove that's all marked up to show you exactly how to put your hands on the club. Here's how we place the club in our left hand. You can see I've marked my glove. The club is placed diagonally across the bottom of the hand in the fingers. Side is marked on the glove, and that goes on the side of the grip, just like that. This little pad up here, and right in your living room, take your finger and just pinch it. That should work like a sixth finger to hold the club. Pressure is put between this little pad or your sixth finger and the little finger on your left hand. Then the hand rolls on top of the club just like that. You can see that my thumb and forefinger form a little V there, and then you put your hands on correctly, that V or the arrow points up approximately towards my right cheek or my right shoulder. Also, if you lift the club up like this, you should be able to see two knuckles, which I've marked with red dots. You can see how important the left hand is on the club because it really controls the club face. They're in line. The face of the club and the back of my hand are in line. Now I'll turn it this way. Can you see that? What I do with this left hand directly makes the face turn closed and open. The right hand comes into the club and slips up against the left. It's also diagonally across the bottom of the hand in the fingers. just like that. Then the thumb of the left hand fits right into the palm of the right hand, just underneath the lifeline of the right hand, and it rolls over, covers up the left. The right hand thumb is on the left side of the shaft. There are three basic ways that the hands connect to each other. One is just with a 10-finger grip like this. The other is called an interlock, and that's where the forefinger of the left and the little finger of the right interlock, like that. And the third is an overlap, which is the most common used, and that's where the little pinky finger of the right laps over the left, just like that. Try these three and use the one that feels the most comfortable for you. From this position, you can see that the V formed by my thumb and forefinger of my right hand points in the same direction and parallel to the V of my left. You can see from this grip that there's a V that's just part of the grip, and it lines up right with the V of my right hand. A number of grips are built this way, and they can serve as a reminder for you to get your hand on there in the correct position. Here's a good test to see if you have the club in your left hand correctly. Take your grip, and then take your right hand off, and take the last three fingers of your left hand off the club. You should be able to balance it with this sixth finger on top and underneath this forefinger, just like that. If you have it incorrectly, say you have the pad or the little sixth finger on the side and you open it up, it'll fall right out. Here's another great way to test and to see if your hands are in the correct position. Get in front of a mirror and grip a golf club, and then open your fingers up like this. They should be pointing straight down to the ground and not crossing each other. I'll take an incorrect grip with my right hand around too much, and now I'll open my hands. You can see how they cross each other and are not pointing down parallel to each other. Be sure that you check yourself often to be sure you have the correct grip. The posture in golf is very similar to a swimmer's stance. It has to be really balanced. The feet should be about shoulder width, and the posture comprises about 75% of the swing. It sets you up so that as you swing back, the ball will just get in the way of the swing every time. I want to give you a very simple routine that you can do every time to get the correct posture. Stand facing the ball with the club extended out away from you, just like this. Bring your arms down so that the top of your arms rest on your chest. Bow from your hip sockets and adjust yourself so the club is behind the ball. Then crack your knees just a little bit and let your arms hang freely. This posture will work good for whatever size player you are. If you're thick and heavy, the club will not come down as far and you'll have to bend over farther. If you're tall and thin, the club will come down farther, and as you address the ball, you'll get in a little closer, which will produce a more upright swing. Arms out, down, bend from the hip sockets, adjust to the ball, crack the knees a little, and then counterbalance by sticking out the back of your lap. Make a little cup in your back. Now you're in a good, ready, balanced position. Be sure that your right shoulder is tilted a little bit below the left, and keep your chin up so that swing can go back and through to the target. I can't stress enough how important the back angle is. Having that little cup in your back, that counterbalance. If you get in like this and you don't have that back angle, when you swing, you'll lose it, and the club isn't going to get back down to the ball correctly. Or if you bend way over, you'll dip at the ball when you come down. Be sure to get that nice counterbalance, a little cup in the back, to make your swing go back and through, and the ball will just get in the way of the swing every time. And that's the way you do it every time. Ball position is very important in the golf swing. With the iron, the ball is played approximately in the middle of the stance. The end of the club points just to the left of my tummy button, so that when I make my swing, I'll strike the ball just before the bottom of the arc, allowing the club to loft the ball up and get the desired distance and direction. Here's an iron. For the woods, the ball is played up a little bit farther forward because the wood is more of a sweeping motion. The ball is played up inside the left heel, just a little bit in front of the bottom of the arc. So I catch the ball on the upswing, not on the downswing. Here's a wood. Alignment is critical in the golf swing, lining up our body to the target and the club face. In alignment, you want to line the club face up square to your target line first, and then adjust your body to the club. Your feet, knees, hips, and shoulders should be parallel and left of the target. The shoulder line is the real rudder, like a boat. It guides the swing. The arms will follow whatever line you tilt your shoulders towards, if it's to the right in this direction or the left. So it's critical to have your body lines lined up parallel and left of the ball. Then as you place that face down on line, set these up parallel and left. Then as you make your swing, the club will return to the ball and the face nice and square to your target. I think that one's going real close. All right. Boy, did I smoke that one. It's time to get into swing fundamentals, the very positions that you need to be in and everyone needs to be in on the backswing and the forward swing. I'm going to start by using this mop. When you swing the club back, you should feel like you're swinging a heavy mop. It should be light in your fingers, and as you turn back, let the weight of the club, just like the weight of this mop, is pulling me around. I'm coiling over this hip socket, and my right leg maintains its angle on the backswing, just like this. And then at the top, my hand's set underneath, supporting this mop at the top. I want to show you another picture with this club. I've got it marked on the face, and as I turn back halfway, you can see that the toe of the club is up in the air, marked by that arrow. I continue to turn my shoulders. It goes up, the toe goes up, and points right towards the hole. This puts my hands in a perfect cock position at the top. With most shots, the shaft will continue around and go parallel to the ground. At the top, my hands should be underneath, supporting the weight of the club, just like as if you were having a sledgehammer up there. Like this. Swing, back, and under. I'm supporting the weight of this sledgehammer with my hands. From this view, you can see that my hands are underneath and I'm supporting the weight of the club. It would be great if you were to put your VCR on pause right now, go out in your garage and get a sledgehammer or a hammer, mark your club up, look at it in a mirror out in your front yard in front of your picture window, and get that picture of your swing in your mind using these very props. And now let's get into the forward swing through the ball towards the target. Did you ever ask yourself why wagons were made to be pulled rather than pushed? Have you ever tried to push a wagon? It takes you where it wants to go. The only way you can pull this wagon and have control of it is to pull it right along the ground like that. And that's the same thing that you need to do with the golf swing. The downswing starts with a pulling motion. Starting with the hip, it's just a little nudge to the left, getting back over onto this hip in order to make your swing through the ball. Just like this. I'm at the top of the swing, and then I make that little pulling motion, just like pulling that wagon. All it does is it gets my hands falling into this position, and then I go through, around the arc, with both hands and arms, turning over this hip, and to a toe-up position on the forward side. Both arms flow around, toe up, and then I finish in a nice balanced position over my left hip. You can see that I'm up on my right toe. You should be able to see the spikes on your shoes if you make the correct follow-through. Also, your right shoulder should be over your left toe. That means you've made the correct weight shift and follow-through towards the hole. There's another way that I can show you how this is done, and that's by the use of this skipping stone and also a baseball. Let me show you what the right hand feels like. It's like skipping a rock or throwing a baseball from shortstop to first base. You see, the body has to start and the arms just follow along behind, and in golf they both swing through and around and up over the left shoulder. When you practice, take a club and draw an arrow on the toe and practice that toe up to toe up. Here's a little drill that you can do at home without a club. Take your hands and put your thumbs up in the air and put your left thumb in your right palm. Bend over as though you're going to hit a golf ball. Turn back halfway with your thumbs up. Continue to turn your shoulders and let your thumbs point right over your right shoulder. Pull your wagon through, hands fall, the right hand rolls over the left so that your thumbs are up in the forward position and then up over your shoulder. Watch that in a mirror so that you can see the correct position and see it in your mind's eye. I've got this practice broom. The face is red, the toe is white, and the back of the club is green. I'm going to really paint a picture in your mind now of the swing. Sweep it back halfway, red. Hands under, red. Watch this. Pull the wagon, hands fall. Watch it change colors. Green, and then up, green, over my shoulder. I'll go through it slow. Red, toe up, toe to the hole. Pull the wagon, green toe up, green toe behind. Back and through. Do it in front of a picture window out in your front yard. Watch the colors change and feel it. Get that feeling in your mind's eye. Now let's apply the principles that we've just learned and get into more of the specialty shots, the short shots, the sand play, and the woods. Here are some tips that will help you become a better putter. I used them on the PGA Tour. The first one, which will help you on direction, is to put a string on the ground in the right lip of the cup and then roll putts parallel to that. Another that will help you get that end over end roll on the ball, which is so essential, is to take a stripe ball and putt it and roll it end over end right into the cup. There shouldn't be any wobbling in the stripe, and you can do this right at home on your living room carpet. Here's a great one to help you learn a longer breaking putt. Take two little tees and stick them up like a wicket, just about where the ball breaks in towards the hole, and keep adjusting them, and then stroke the ball right through the wicket and up into the cup, just like that. As you can see, I'm using some interesting props to teach you some things about the sand. The sand club has a big wide bottom called the flange, and it pushes the sand into the ball, and the ball rides out of the sand on a bed of sand. I've got an interesting club here, and I'm going to take the face out of it and then hit a shot with it to show you how the bottom of the club moves the sand into the ball, and the ball just flops right out with no face. Remember, let the club do the work when you play your sand shot. I'm going to use this little volleyball to illustrate the pace of the swing and also the stance that you should have in sand shots. You want to take a stance that's nice and evenly balanced and positioned good, as if I'm going to throw this little volleyball into that peach basket. That's where I want the ball to land. I want to be nice and relaxed, let my arms hang, and make a pacing motion back and through as if I'm going to throw it right into that peach basket. The next time you go out and play, take a stance and feel as if you've got an imaginary volleyball in your hand. generate the pace of your swing as if you were going to throw that up on a peach basket on the green and roll it to the hole. That'll help you develop the right pace with your swing and also give you a good stance for making the sand shots. It's important to let the flange push the sand out. Take a board like this and bury it in some sand, put a little bit of sand on top of it, and we're trying to move that sand out onto the green. The ball rides on the sand. I'll just put a ball on top of it, and now I'm going to open the face and open my stance and move the sand onto the green. Remember, when you're in the sand moving business. Here's a great tip to help you feel how to get the ball out of a buried lie. I'm standing between these two boards, and they're kind of like railroad ties, and this is a railroad spike. The action of hitting a buried lie is just like I'm going to try to drive this railroad spike down underneath that rail. The face is closed, and I go up and down, driving it in behind the rail. When I hit the sand shot, I want to play the ball back behind my right foot, close the face, and it's an up and down motion, up and down without any follow through. Let the sand push the ball out of the trap. I aim about 1.5 inches behind, up and down. So the next time you're in a buried lie, drive a railway spike right behind the ball, and you'll learn to get it out perfect every time. The object of good chipping is to just get the ball onto the green and roll it to the hole. Less air time and a lot of ground time. Always pick a target, like I've got this hula hoop up here, to land the ball and then roll it to the hole. Develop your own pace with the different clubs to get it onto the green and roll to the hole. I'll use a 6-iron for this chip shot, landing it into the hula hoop and rolling it towards the hole. You may not want to use a hula hoop on the golf course, but you could put 4 tees down in a little square like this and make a little landing pad to land the ball and roll it to the cup. Let me cover some key points in chipping. I come into the ball and put my right toe right towards the ball, perpendicular to my target line, square the face to the hole, and you can see my hands are well ahead of the ball. Then when I take my stance, I'm as if I'm addressing a ball about 6 inches in front of the ball. I then set my weight to the left and chip the ball. Be sure that the club head does not catch up with your hands and you scoop under the ball. It's an arm type stroke, back and through. Just like that. Follow these tips and you'll become a good chipper. The pitch shot is similar to the chip shot in many ways, in that we have a target or a landing area that we're always concentrating on, visualizing how we want the shot to go to the hole. But in the pitch shot, most of our distance is in the air, where on the chip shot it was mostly on the ground. You want to take a stance as if you're going to pitch a ball underhand up to the landing area. Just like that, and onto the hole. The swing is in a similar way. Use a more lofted club like a sand wedge or a pitching wedge. Open your stance up as if you're going to pitch a ball up there. The ball position changes for the pitch in that the ball is brought up more towards the center of your swing so that it strikes the ball right at the bottom of the arc, lofting it up in the air, like this. How about that? Learn to develop certain speeds or paces to your swing. If you want to go a little bit longer, just swing your arms a little bit farther back and through, like this. Practice these principles and you'll be a much better pitcher of the ball. When we get into the short shots, these little 60 and 70 yard shots, the pacing of the arms is so important. Swinging the club back and through with a nice pace, allowing the pace of our arms to swing the ball up to the pin. Just like this. I take a nice relaxed position, open my stance a little bit, and I'm going to pace my arm swing, swinging the ball up to the pin. Just like that. Now, one thing I can show you which will really help you to develop a feel for the right pace and also put your arms in a perfect position every time is to take a coat hanger, like this plastic one. Put it inside your arms, like this, and then address the ball Take a few practice swings. Look at it from this angle. Watch how the coat hanger makes my arms work. Lets the club swing back and through at a nice pace. Remember, the ball just gets in the way of the swing. Now I'll hit one. Take a coat hanger out in your backyard and try it. Work with it. Get in front of a mirror. Visualize it and see yourself and feel the right movements for a good short iron shot. Well, this is the last section of our tape, the woods, and it's only fitting that we're right here on this beautiful 18th hole at Golden Eagle. If you want to get distance with your woods, you've got to get more club head speed. And the first thing you want to do is relax your grip. I'm going to take this tennis ball and show you a little principle. If I wanted to throw this with accuracy and distance, I'd have to keep it real light in my fingertips to let it go out there a long ways. The harder I hold onto it, the harder it's going to be to make a nice long throw of the ball. The same way with the golf club. If you grip real tight, it restricts your swing and you'll end up hitting it shorter. So the first thing in getting distance to your woods is hold it lightly in your hands. Also, make a nice full shoulder turn when you make your backswing, and then be sure to pull that wagon. Remember the tip on the downswing, through the ball, accelerate through the ball with a little more force. Keep it all together and make a solid hit on the ball, just like this. It's very critical that on the woods you let the ball get in the way of your swing. Don't ever hit at the ball. Let it simply get in the way of the swing, and you'll hit it so much farther. And now for the fairway woods. This is a 5 wood, and with the fairway woods, you want to let the ball just get in the way of the club again, but the position for the ball is right at the bottom of your arc. Fairway woods will get the ball up in the air. They have heavier bottoms to them, or soles, and they naturally will get the ball up as you strike the ball. Don't try to loft them up in the air. Let the club do the work with the fairway woods. I sure have enjoyed doing this videotape, and I hope that you'll take the principles that I've given you here and take them out in your backyard. Take them in front of a mirror, check your positions, and build that solid image of your own personal swing in your mind so that you can duplicate it when you go out in the golf course. I've sure enjoyed being with you. So long.